Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com talking today about writers channeling emotions again as part of this series. And today we're talking about channeling anger. So there are instances, if you're in the TV industry, where you might feel anger. Anger toward a showrunner, anger toward a particular storyline, anger toward a particular executive, or perhaps you're trying to get some ideas through and they're not really getting through, and suddenly it's your turn to write something. What do you do with that anger? Well, I have a couple of suggestions for you that I pulled out of my own life. One of those things is to really dispel the anger. There might be an opportunity for you to just, get rid of it, get on the exercise bike, take a run around the community, take a walk around the community, do push-ups, do something to expel that energy before you sit down to write your episode or before you put pen to paper for your particular job. So that's one thing. You can dispel the anger and the energy. The other thing, similar to what we talked about last week, is the notion of channeling that anger into a particular character. Maybe there's a villain in your show, somebody who's particularly annoyed and explosively vicious. And that's the time to channel that kind of energy into that kind of character for something that's really unique and different. I remember being on the TV show Stargirl and recognizing that there was a villain in my episode who I had a particular way of approaching, and I had a particular idea about it. And that all came out of my own experience of what it's like to be, particularly wanting to push back at people. So there is a way to channel that energy and go into a particular story and use some of that anger to fuel a particular story or a story turn or a character arc. The other thing that you might do too is just use that feeling, those anger feelings, to create some resolve into your script. Maybe it's that you're determined to find ways to say something really particular or really specific, to come up with scenes that are punchy and interesting, to come up with focused characterizations that are perhaps sharper than you might normally do. You might use some of those emotions to give yourself extra mojo in terms of rendering that material so that you can, channel your anger into a way for good. And that's really what this series is all about, is taking your human beingness and moving it into your writing in a way that really serves you all the time, that doesn't leave part of you out, but encompasses all of you to get the job done in a way that you might not otherwise do if you weren't feeling those feelings. I hope that's useful to you. Give this video a thumbs up if you appreciate it, and check out yourcreativelife.com for all kinds of things, soup to nuts, about how I can help you with your writing career. I'm wishing you happy writing, and thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.